And good afternoon, everyone, on the Calvert Hall YouTube live stream. My name is Brendan Trentler alongside Luke Dragonette, and today we're here at the Calvert Hall Cardinals versus Archbishop Spalding matchup for varsity soccer. And here we're now going to let Brother Len make some announcements.
Davis Bosley. Number 8, Keegan Sweeney. Number 9, Gavin Earl. Number 10, Captain Finn Bobian. Number 11, Don Colon. Number 14, Brett Rice. Number 15, Brady Hannon. Number 21, Kyle Crawford. Number 22, Declan Carney. At 0, Mason Jones, goalkeeper. Now for our Cardinals of Calvert Hall. Number 2, David Peters. Number 4, Will Andrus. Number 8, Ryan Kafer. Number 11, Ben Medor. Number 14, Connor Piles. Number 19, Damian Kresminski. Number 21, Riley Organt. Number 22, Kyle Haller. Number 24, Josh Nagy. Number 26, Bryce Huey. And in goal today, Jack Langford. Please stand, take off your hats, and recognize our country as we please stand for the national anthem.
Well, hello again after our introduction for Senior Day. It's a big day for them. Thought we'd give them a shout out. It's always a sad, happy day, bittersweet day. But like Trentler said before, it's me, Luke Dragonette, and Brendan Trentler joining you today for some Calvert Hall soccer against Archbishop Spalding. And it's been a month since I've been in the box. Trentler, do you have anything to fill me in on?
Well, haven't been in the box in 2 weeks or so. The varsity team's taken a little away streak, about 3 games or so, and it's been a while. It's been 2 weeks since I've been up here, and our last live stream was against Delaney. So, I mean, that was back on like the 8th. So it's been a really long time, and just excited to be back here, and excited to be back with everyone in the booth. Yeah, I'm hoping for a pretty good matchup today between a now number 2 Cardinal team and a 8th or 9th ranked Archbishop Spalding team. So maybe a little lopsided today, but it should be a pretty good matchup. Not all starters, our normal starters, all of them are not in today due to the fact that it is senior game today. So we do have a little bit of an iffy lineup in terms of not many of the usual starters are in. So Dragon Knight, you want to call out the
so different
starters?
lineup from what's been the lockdown that's gotten us through this season. In goal will be Jack Langford, who will be helped out by Kafer, Nagy, Haller, and Andrews today. Midfield looks like it'll be one DM or so, Connor Piles, and then David Peters, Ben Medor, Eamon Kraminski, Bryce Huey will round out the next line. And Riley Organ looks to be the striker today. Again, this is flexible, it could change, but looking to be a 4-1-4-1 for today.
Yeah, and a normal starting lineup in terms of formation,
And we are
just not
kicked off here.
with the normal starters, and a long ball played from the Spalding defender, and it's going to get quickly collected by the Calvert Hall side. And for Archbishop Spalding today, the starters are captain number 5, Cole Miller, Davis Bosley, Keegan Sweeney, Gavin Earl, Finn Biabin, Dom Colin, Brent Rice, Brady Hannon, Kyle Crawford, Declan Carney, and in goal, Mason Jones. And Calvert Hall in the first couple minutes with a little bit of possession, and here's our first attack, and that's going to be a save there from the goalie Jones as he's going to come off his line.
Yeah, I don't expect to see maybe necessarily a dip in, I think it'll be a different style we'll be seeing today. A different group of guys. I mean, they haven't played together that much. I think it'll be different, but kind of more of the same. It's still Calvert Hall soccer, you know? It's the same varsity team.
Oh, and here's a chance for Spalding, and that ball is going to be deflected out for a corner. And here's our first chance here for Spalding.
Goal, corner kick for Spalding.
All right, and here's Spalding.
Lots of men early up in this one.
It's going to be headed out from Piles, and David's going to get right to it.
Yeah, 11 guys back, but now they can break.
Oh, and Huey wants that.
Not the best ball, but let's see what they can do with it. Here's Huey. Trying to find Kraminski, I think that is, but it's just too hard.
Yeah, that ball was a little, kind of 50-50 in terms of Huey and Ben Medor making the same run, and the ball was kind of put between them. So just a little miscommunication there, and the defender's going to let that obviously roll out for a goal kick. No sense in pinning yourself back and saving it.
Here comes Spalding on the attack. And I spoke too soon there. They've lost the ball.
It was a good closeout there from Huey, and Andrews was able to really attack the ball, and they're awarded a throw-in for it.
And Andrews, he's got all day to think. Lots of guys to switch to. Hadler space to run into. He's going to launch this one. Huey could get onto it. The keeper will get there first. Now, important game going on kind of across the street, or really across the county. McDonough and Gilman is an important game because Calvert Hall are in second place to a first place McDonough, and if Gilman can squeeze by a win on McDonough and Calvert Hall hold their spot today with a win, they'll move up to first. So an important game happening at the same time, and we think Brendan Chandler's got his scouts on the field for that one. That'll be good information to have.
And I actually do have some info on a couple games today. It'll be 3 games. We have Curley and BL, Loyola and Mount St. Joe, and Gilman and McDonough. Both of those all 3 of those games, we will have some live updates for you. Loyola playing, let's see who it is. Loyola is playing Mount St. Joe today, and they're up 2-0 as their game started at 3:30, and they are nearing the half, and there's going to be a foul on Kafer. Oh, no, it's going to be a throw-in, sorry. Referee signaling a throw-in.
Throwing for...
Yeah, and all three of those games have playoff implications, I think, if I heard you right. So
yeah,
it's really nice to have all these going. It almost feels like one of the last days of the Premier League, kind of.
It really is. I think today is some final games for a couple different teams, Loyola being one of them. But Calvert Hall still have Concordia. Or sorry, no, that is...
Still Curly, yeah.
Curly, which is Wednesday, and that'll be, again, home. And then Spalding, they're going to go back home on Wednesday, and their game's at 4 o'clock against Concordia. With an injured Ryan Calhera and one of their center backs going back to visit his family in Brazil. I got some info on that, and they're pretty much really messed up for the rest of the season. Don't have two of their starters and two really key starters on that team. So they're very close to being in the playoff picture. I don't know if they're going to make it. I think they are like 7th-ish. They're around 7th, so they really need some teams to lose today.
Heavy touch there off the corner flag and out for a throw, while Trentler was giving us all that useful information.
A couple quick passes here from the Cardinals is able to just weave in and out through the defenders.
Yeah, it's something they've relied on and they've always been good at as a team. It's a style thing, and it's worked so far. It's just the way Calvert Hall plays, and you get to see it in action kind of exemplified there.
Maybe a handball there on Piles. No call, though. He was going to reset this one as we've got sirens going off everywhere around town right now.
Car alarm? Throw that one in there.
Yeah, sirens from ambulances, whatever. Calvert Hall just trying to keep possession. No. A little bit of urgency, but, trying to keep the ball, get their minutes in for possession, as they always like to do. I was going to play a ball down the left sideline. That'll trickle out it'll be a goal kick.
Goal kick.
Goal kick coming up for the Cavaliers.
So Concordia now just right on, they're at the 6th position in the MIA table, and Gilman right behind them as they take on McDonough today and really, really need to win that game to give them a little bit of an edge. It's a very tough game as McDonough is number 1 in the conference right now. But Calvert Hall, unfortunate loss to them, and it would be nice if Gilman would win that one, and that would give Calvert Hall first place.
Offside run there from Oregon. Couldn't get he was hoping for the pass to get played from DP, I think a step earlier. That's how good.
I think it was like 2 yards offside. It's a pretty simple call there from the AR.
Lots of important playoff information. Try to keep you updated as the game goes on. At the same time, try to get back to the action a little bit. We've gone through a lot of info in the last few minutes. A lot to break down over the course of the game. Here's DP working with a 2-on-2 now. See if guys can get back. Cutting it in for Ben. Ben with a chance to settle and shoot. Cutting in, still going. Knocked down in the box. Referee uninterested.
It's going to be Cavaliers ball.
It'll be a goal kick for the Cavaliers as Ben Medor did go down in the box, but no call is rewarded.
Referee's way of saying, I think he took too many touches. he just lost the ball, stumbling over everyone.
Yeah, he did have some space, but chose to try and get that to the goal line and cross it back, and just didn't really work out for him.
Calvert Hall feeling free to pressure with the seniors in here. Let the seniors get some energy and action in, rather than forcing them to play possession all day. And it's one way to think about it. Yeah,
and unfortunately, the manager, Nick Siriaki, is a senior. We also have 2 junior managers, and unfortunately, he's not able to start today. I don't Yeah, he's not starting today, but I think he may possibly get in as he had his boots on.
Yeah, he suited up. That would be cool to see, because going back to my manager days, I got to play, so that was nice.
Stolen in the middle of the field. David Peters able to win it back, though.
Yeah, you wouldn't say DP is the most defensively gifted player, but speed and quickness, two things that can kind of counteract that, or let him make that tackle.
Yeah. DP does have a lot of speed. We've seen that all year this year.
Yeah, back to my manager days. I remember one of the things Coach had me keep stats-wise was broken ankles, and Timmy O playing left wing, same position DP does. Timmy was Tim. We called him Timmy then, kind of as a joke. But Tim was always racking up the broken ankles, and I wish I'd kept stats of that this year, because it'd be pretty high up too.
Yeah, it's a little tough when you're trying to do so many things at one time for this team, and that ball will be played. That'll be Nagy. Just a little bit too much pace on that. Intended for Oregon.
Yeah, hard one to get right, because Oregon was already so high up the field. It would have, if you hit it too slow, if you just pass it to him, the defender's going to get all over him too hard. You see it just goes right to the goalie.
Yeah,
so.
And Jones has really been off his line, and Oregon couldn't keep his line. He's going to be offsides as he goes from an offsides to an onside position.
Yeah, I think he was still recovering from the run. Wasn't expecting to be in the play, so he was just hanging back there.
Oh, yeah, he got back into that play real quick. And we do have 2 juniors on the field for Calvert Hall, as not enough seniors able to fill out the starting 11, which is, that's pretty normal. As Calvert Hall is a very dense junior class, along with rather rare sophomore classes. They have, I think, around 9 sophomores. Oh, and a chance here for Oregon. And Jones just took a little too much time trying to play that ball out, but able to recover.
Yeah, looking like 6 or 7 sophomores. I can't really count the whole roster at the moment, but yeah, solid sophomore class for a varsity team. But I'll say it this way: the seniors obviously they'll be sad to go. We'll be sad to see them go, and we'll be sad if that one goes in. That was dangerous. But they'll be leaving the team in good hands. I think we should have another good year next year, for sure.
Yeah,
with the amount of good juniors we've got and seniors, and near giveaway there. Keeper's taking out Oregon to get to the ball. We'll say that's legal. Lots of bouncing around going on, and we'll stop the clock for that. Lots to break down there. Almost giving up a goal at the other end. Langford kind of stuck in no man's land there because he had to come out, but he couldn't use his hands, and he had a man on him. Had to give a weak clearance. Will smartly getting back, and then nearly at the other end, Oregon had a chance on goal. Not really sure the hand deal was there, and goalie kind of pushed him off the ball, but we'll let Trentler give his opinion on that one.
Goalie Langford just came off a little too far. I think he may have been able to let that ball go back to him, if you guys want to rewatch that on the live stream. But he was very, very close to that have been a very decent goal opportunity. And then on the other end, Jones coming out super far, and with the challenge with Oregon, I think he just got the wind knocked out of him as he took a knee or a elbow, something to the chest. And the trainer's out there giving him attention, so I think he'll be okay. And I think it'll be a drop ball. And Calvert Hall did have a good chance as Andrews kind of played that ball up and maybe out, but
ref's pointing backwards a little bit. They might just give him a courtesy kick, probably.
Yeah,
it's probably the best way to do that. But good to see Oregon's okay. He's been a nice one to have, kind of a rotation man, which definitely doesn't subtract from his importance to the team. You need those guys you can plug in situations. Look, Bilal doesn't start most games, and he's almost at the top of goal scoring, if not the top goal scorer. So, so in comes Richie for Oregon. He looks like he'll be able to come back in. Probably just a little shaken up and knocked out, and just a little impact with the goalie.
Yeah, not surprised that obviously he's getting a sub. Hopefully he'll be able to come back before the end of the half. I'm hoping that he does. But yeah, as Dragonette did say, Moneth came on for the injured Organt. Richie Moneth, number 12.
Oh yeah, so they let Spalding kick it off to Calvert Hall, courtesy and all that. It's a cool part of soccer, you know. Like the other team just being nice, little sportsmanship there.
Yeah, just kind of having sympathy because it goes around everywhere. You always have players being hurt. There's never going to be a season where you have no players
Crossed
hurt.
in, Will fighting, looking for the opener, but Will's handled it, and that nearly was a goal.
Yeah, Will Andrews just so good at the left back position, and he's playing at right back actually today, and he just was able to calmly and collectively almost dribbled out of the back, which you rarely see, as he was able to defend that very well, and now has Spalding kind of pinned back in their own territory, as it has been most of this game, and Calvert Hall collecting possession.
Yeah, it's been interesting. Calvert Hall, still showing that they seem to be the better team. They're more comfortable on the ball, able to keep it. They've been going forward a little bit more, I think. They haven't done too much as of yet, but then now here's DP up. Here's Huey for the opener. No, good block. And as I'm saying that, maybe not too much going on in the grand scheme of things. There comes that. Oh, we needed quick clock adjustment. That would be clock manager's fault. Who's the clock manager again, Trentler?
Dragonette.
Oops.
No,
Yeah,
it's both of us. We always screw up the clock. It's just a kind of an annual thing almost.
That's why the refs keep the time.
Yeah.
Long throw into the box. Pyle's trying to play it on. I think he's earned a corner.
Yeah,
and indeed he has. Well done.
Quarter kick for the Cardinals.
Well, who are the targets for this corner? Got Nagy, and maybe Piles will be a target too. Maybe Haller.
I mean, Nagy's 6'2", 6'3", as well as Piles. Haller's around 6 foot.
It's right at all three.
Nagy's
Nagy looking for it. Yeah, he was falling back, so he couldn't get enough forward power to keep it from just sailing out of bounds. Decent header. Maybe if he'd had another step back, he would have been able to put a good, get some good contact on it. Spalding have given it away again. Here's Will. Will's got lots of options. He chooses to dribble at him. I think he got a hand, and then I think he got fouled, but no comment. We'll keep going. So Spalding looking to counter. Nagy there to cut it out. Now to Richie. Richie's got all sorts of space. Richie over for Will. Now let's see what Will can do. He's got all sorts of space. There's men on the far post. Finds Richie on the short post.
Oh,
my
hit the
goodness,
post.
off the post. A lot that happened before I could say it all. And eventually cleared away. And it'll be a Calvert Hall throw.
Calvert Hall throw in.
I really could not tell you what I was seeing fast enough. So I was a little behind the play there. But Will getting his cross into the short post. Richie firing it. He got blocked. And then who was it? Damien getting a rebound shot.
Yeah.
That skims off the post. It looked good from here. But then, then it just tips off the post and rolled away.
So we had three substitutions for the Calvert Hall side as Cody Angelini, Tyler Flynn, and Ben Ramsey check into the game for Ryan Kafer. Let's see who the other ones were. Bryce Huey, and I think Damian Kaminsky. And that shot from Ben Medor just sails over the bar.
Over the bar.
And that'll be a Spalding goal kick. A nice goal kick there from Jones, and 50-50 in the middle of the field. Ben Medor is going to get a call against him as he went up for that header.
With an elbow.
Yeah, a little bit against Mac McClannon. Good ball there from number 21. That was Kyle Crawford.
And these references to the roster bring up an important point. Weather-wise, there's no wind, and the sun is also behind the clouds. Two things that really make October games disastrous. Trying to keep everything pinned down and trying to be able to see stuff.
Yeah, and with the sun going down a little bit later, we may see the lights come on today. But, you know, it's supposed to thunderstorm. Looked at the forecast this morning, thought, ooh, we might not be able to broadcast today, and the storms have held off till at least, 5 o'clock or so. So our first half, it should be no rain, but towards the end of the second half, we may see some storms and possibly a stoppage of game, as lightning could be a factor.
I mean, talking about need for lights, I mean, our stars are always shining, so.
Yeah.
You know, Will always there, always shining.
Where's Mr. Doom and Gloom?
And Rocco now up to the middle, as he's going to come in.
Slowly filtering out those seniors.
Yeah, assuming he's going to come in for Piles. Piles been doing well today, and and Langford able to hold onto the ball for a second, comes out.
Slightest of bobbles.
Yeah.
He was Spalding were on him. There's Flynn playing on the left side, but he's good anywhere on the wings, I think.
That's where he usually is.
And over to Andrews. Andrews gotta figure out something.
Yeah, and high pressure from Spalding. So they're really trying. Yeah, they're trying to get some sort of counterattack.
Yeah.
And although it is senior night,
Coming in for the cards.
not really senior night, senior afternoon, but I mean, they're trying to get a win coming out of this, both teams. And, Spalding just trying to play their hardest, as they're really not playing for too much, as they have been eliminated from the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, they still got 2 games. May as well try to win them. Like, there's nothing to lose at this point.
Yeah.
I think also there's an element of nothing more fun than ruining someone's senior day, so, yeah. Good interception by Medor. He's got all the field to take care of. Spalding overloading that ball side on the throw. Rocco with it. Rocco looking to drive down the field now. Finding Flynn. Falls for Medor. Medor still going. Medor with a nice little flick for Rocco, but it's too much. And it might just go all the way out for a goal kick.
Yeah. And Tyler, that ball was, would have been perfect. That ball from Medor, that little flick would have been perfect. Tyler was just too caught inside, and he was trying to be a presence there in the middle. And a sloppy ball there from the defender, as Calvert Hall trying to play passes. Here's Richie at the top of the box. His shot deflected by Mac LeClannon.
Spalding can break through on the counter. Whew, unlucky bounce there.
And it's tough to save any balls about to go out because of the distance between the field and the track. I mean, it's about a half yard. So real tough when you're trying to make that save on the sideline.
Nice 1-2 to Tyler. Yeah. Over to DP now. DP trying to craft a soft one, but it's blocked. Cleared away. Will got to make a nice decision.
And Spalding almost having no sort of pressure, as they have right now 8 behind the ball.
Yeah, plan looks to be press in Calvert Hall, and they have it in their own half, and then fall back into that defensive shell when danger is nearer.
Yeah, and the way Calvert Hall is going to probably easily score is if they're able to try and get a string of passes off of a goal kick, or Langford gets a ball, makes a save, and he's able to roll it out. That would be one of the easiest chances, because Spalding is going to be everywhere. They're not going to be in their own half. They have more space, more holes, and more passing lanes they're going to be able to utilize.
It'd also help if our guy stayed on sides, but I won't go there.
And a little bit of a trip there on Angelini.
Cody showing his strength, though. Able to keep going. DP's got to hold up now.
And DP, since the start of the season, has had that brace on his wrist. And hopefully he's doing okay. And Will Andrews in space. Oh, and he's going to be about a yard off.
Yeah, same thing. He wanted that pass earlier. Ben needed another touch to get ready for it. Or really, I guess he didn't see it. And by then, Will was kind of long gone. Pace to his own disadvantage there.
Yeah, and DP and Will Andrews have been playing together for 3 years. 3 years plus as they play on the same club team. And, just a lot of chemistry between the two. A lot of contact on this near side of the field.
Stuck in the corner, though. They've lost it. Chance for Spalding, but too heavy of a touch. And they'll regret missing that one, as they're not going to get too many the way this game's been going.
And a multi-substitution here for the Cavaliers. Number 20, 21, and number 2 coming out for number 16, number 5, and number 8.
Now, here's an interesting thought. What if we had, not liberal substitutions, and there was a limit, even if it was like 15 subs a game?
That's a good. I like the idea, is that would cut down from, time wasting towards the end of the game, but it would feel more of like a professional game. But also, that's just one more thing that the referees have to keep track of, and possibly a special rule that wouldn't be in any other league. But, that would be a great idea.
Yeah, I wasn't really seriously considering. I just thinking with, it also matter for energy. Like, towards the end of the game, you've got guys who've had to play either like half the game, or it just depends. Like, you'll have the energy will be more needed late in the game because people will have less of it.
Do you think this team is flat today?
And high school sports in general meant to be fun, but also competitive. So it would minimize the chances of some players, if you're up by a good bit, minimize the chances of people not being able to come into the game.
Yeah, that's fair. It does
much.
reduces the importance of having depth. So yeah, just a thought. Coverhall stuck in their own half again, but they've got quick guys who can break it, and they seem to be on the far side of the Spalding press. They got to work quickly though, because that shell will form quickly.
What are we doing?
A long ball played there, and that's going to roll towards Jones. Jones is going to try and play quick. Just simple. Spalding's been trying to do, and they've been pretty successful with it today. Just, that 4th or 5th pass not being completed to feet and turned over, and we're going to have a substitution for the Cavaliers. Number 8 coming out for number 24.
And this game taking on a bit of a Loyola feel. No goals, 25 minutes in. Not that that's particularly an anomaly, but the teams have had a chance or two. Coverhall, I guess, did have one pretty darn good one off the post. But I don't know. It's Veracco with it.
The JV plays Spalding today at 5:30. As Spalding is a little ways away, and I don't think the athletic directors want to take away from their schooling, so move that game back a little bit, and the game is at 5:30. And the JV conference, very tight, and top 4 teams are Spalding at number 1, Calvert Hall number 2, Loyola number 3, and Gilman number 4. There'll be a foul there on Rocco. Don't know how, but there'll be a foul on him.
Yeah, Spalding kind of had the ball, and he's just harassing the poor guy, I guess. But he was going for the ball. Yeah, who knows?
And it's crazy to see that in the JV, conference, Cabot Hall has lost to Gilman twice. So it should be interesting in terms of how it plays out for those top two teams, or Cabot Hall number 2, Gilman number 4, and Spalding. Cabot Hall JV takes on Spalding today away. So that game will be very crucial for
Where's the ball boys today?
the Cardinals. And no ball boys today, as we do have some fans and Brother Len saying, where are they, as, a little bit of time has been wasted. You never know.
This will be their special day,
Yeah.
Bring out the brothers, the seniors. All
Yeah,
that.
they do have. I remember I came to one of their games when I was in 8th grade, and it's going to be a Calvert Hall kick, and I came to one of the games thinking, I'll be on this, I'll be in this situation in another 3 or 4 years, and it turned out to be on the opposite side of the field. But, just a good experience all in all. It's crazy that just starting out, sitting on that bench is a little, 7th or 8th grader. Yeah, a little Trentler. On a long shot there from Tyler, about 30 out. And Jones is going to collect that. And a little windy out there, Dragonette. You said something about...
Where'd my no wind go?
I don't know.
It's alright, as long as it doesn't make it up here and the papers don't blow away. I'm very afraid that the Spalding roster is going to blow away.
Yeah, and it looks to... I can't really tell. Looks to be... Cabot Hall has the wind advantage. I don't think it's too much.
Yeah, I'm sure the fans are hoping for a nice win to, so we could blow Spalding away, but,
And new reports have come in from the man, the myth, the legend, Brian Trentler. Gilman up 1-0 right now on McDonough.
Ooh,
Gilman.
that'd be huge.
Yeah, that would be a huge game for both teams, both Calvert Hall and Gilman, as they're really trying to, Gilman trying to sneak their way into a playoff spot, sitting at number 7 right now. And that's a very crucial game. They still have 2 games left this week, so...
Here's DP looking for the opener, but he couldn't get his body facing towards the goal, and it rolls right to the keeper.
And then Curly up 1-0 on Boys Latin.
Yeah, so here's an interesting scenario with McDonough up 2 points. If they tie, say Gilman can't hold the lead. If we win and they tie, then we're tied going into the last game. Head-to-head, would we split 1-1? So would it come down to goal differential?
I think so. I think it would.
That would be interesting. Well, because it would come down to the last game, and it would basically just be a score fest on the last team to try to score up enough goals. Because I think
and
both
Curly...
teams have comfortable final opponents. There's a
Ooh,
good
and
one
another
off
one off the post.
Right back to Cody, who looks off. He puts it in, but he's obviously offsides.
Yeah,
When the ball hit the post, he was miles behind the last defender.
Yes.
So, yeah, always an interesting one that I've scored my fair share of crossbar tap-ins that have been, way offsides, because everyone forgets that the crossbar. Well, yeah, it's offsides.
And as you were talking about, about 10 seconds ago, with the goal differential, Calvert Hall smoking McDonough in that category. As Calvert Hall scored 74 goals and McDonough only 64. Only, that's a lot of goals.
Yeah.
But McDonough has given up 16 and Calvert Hall 13. So if McDonough ties or loses, we would be sent into that first place position and maybe play a little bit of a easier opponent. But it shouldn't be too much of a difference.
The difference between 1 and 2 is not as big as it is between 2 and 3.
And Calvert Hall coaches and players complaining that they wanted the advantage there. And I do hear some laughter in the on the Spalding sideline.
Will be embodied for that one. And they're going to call a foul for sure. There's a lot of contact there.
A yellow card.
Foul on Will. Yeah, that's interesting.
A yellow card awarded to number 16. That is, let's see, that's Lucas Flores, the junior, I think,
my bad.
playing
Yeah.
on the ground.
Yellow card instituted to one of the Cardinal players. He's being booked as we speak.
Yeah, so that's probably my bad. So he looked at Will, but I mean, he was booking Lucas, who was right next to him. So I just need to work on my eyesight.
And the
Ooh,
coach
feisty.
been a little mouthy to the referee. Referee stopping his clock and going to confront him.
Might be coming after us now to fix the clock. Get ready.
Well, we did stop it,
We're good.
and now we're back to gameplay, and hopefully we go the next 8 minutes or so with no infractions or anything. And
It might be a weather infraction. The clouds are getting darker.
yeah, as came up here at 3:15 or so, realizing like, oh crap, this is going to be another day where we can't see the game going on. But storm clouds have set in, and thunderstorms looking like they're going to come around 7 o'clock. Really nothing in the general area.
Spalding on the counter. Do they have the opener in the? Langford's got to be quick. Smart dive. Well taken care of there by Langford. It's the most, probably one of the most challenging things he's had to face today.
50-50.
Will sliding to take care of it, and the game's picked up a little bit of tempo here. Now Moneth on the wing. He's got his fellow strike partner, Ryan Bilal, in the middle. Looking for Bilal. It's cleared away. It's a corner.
And what a series of events there for both sides. A near goal scoring opportunity for Spalding, and a shot from Ben Medor.
Now
That ball bouncing in the box and cannot be put away there from Bilal. As Cabral started out with a short corner. But a great sliding save from Langford. And then a quick restart as Willie Andrews is able to get the ball over midfield rather quickly and send that ball off to Moneth.
Yeah, I've long been advocating, I mean, casually, not seriously, because I'm not actually a soccer expert, but I've always thought it would be cool to see like our two great strikers, Moneth and Bilal, together on the same, on the field at the same time, and there you go. They almost twice basically just scored to each other, linked to each other. So there you go.
And the Spalding sideline fans, players did not like that call.
Yeah, refs seems to be handling it well, but when he gets to this point where
Free ball.
And Don Bobluch is on the rescue now. He's going to go through the gate. And I think that one did not go into the street, so I think he'll
the tree
be able.
It was a great save by the tree.
Yeah, hopefully he's able to get that one.
Stretch. It's full. It was fully stretched to make that save. But crowd starting to get unhappy on both sides. And as a ref, I had this situation last on Saturday. When both sides start getting unhappy at whatever's going on, like you just can't worry about it as a ref. You just gotta worry,
focus on the game.
Yeah, I just feel bad for this because I know you can see it coming that any call is now just going to be seen as wonderful by one side and horrible to the other.
Yeah, and throughout this game, we have had a WBAL helicopter floating and hovering above, at least in the skyline of the field, the entire game. Not sure what's going on.
I've
but
outsmarted Trentler and already waved to it before he did, so I can be on TV first.
Yeah.
And foul after foul being recorded here in the last 10 minutes or so of this one.
Ooh, and BL tied up with Curly 1-1. It's maybe a little bit of drama in that game.
Yeah, Curly fighting for a spot. I mean, the way it's looking, it's 7 teams fighting for 6 spots. Kind of after Gilman, who's in 7th. MSJ's out, and it's not even close.
You can't.
So that's still an important game. Good save on that cross in. Not to downgrade that save at all.
Yeah, and
But
the
we were
table.
talking about playoffs.
Yeah, table right now. Gilman in 7th, as we have said, 8 and 9, and then a huge drop off to MSJ that's 4, 11 and 3. So obviously no chance of MSJ, Spalding, BL, or St. Paul's to progress their seasons, but still trying to get that extra win or two. And it's going to be a foul going in, and a referee calling a push.
Who did MSJ take the win on Saturday? Was it Gilman?
And it'll be a free kick from. What do you think, Dragonette? How far out?
That would be 18, 19, 20, 25, 28 and a half yards or so. Maybe, yeah, 28 and a half. Go with that. From the right hash. It's looking like a field goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a rough foul to give up because watch this. The door flying over the bar, and it was tipped. Key save. So corner. Caverhall hurrying to take it. I think they want a goal for this halftime. Here it is, short to Medor. 2-on-1 here. Can they get the cross in? Cody firing over to Flynn. Flynn gonna dribble Messi style. Firing that one. That was not Messi style shot though. And over the bar it goes.
Yeah, Ben Medor's free kick. It just dropped and almost hit the ground behind the goal, which is like really impressive. And if that would have dipped half second sooner, that may have gotten behind Jones, but I think he had that covered.
Yeah, it's a better shot than it looked, I think.
Yeah. Well, and a chance here for the Cavaliers, but Will Andrews hustles and tracks that down.
Yeah, and even if he doesn't win that ball, which he did, we're really well done to win that ball. It's our throw. But even if he doesn't, yeah, he's so fast. His work rate makes it so that the attack is slowed down and defense can get stood up. It's amazing that he can make that many runs in a game. It's just crazy to think about. And like, he doesn't get subbed out much. He's not one of the guys who's, subbing in, using all of his energy and gets subbed out. Like,
yeah, Andrews not the guy that really ever comes out unless he's hurt. And he's a midfielder. Like, he's not a center. He's not a right back. He's defined as a right back, but he's not a right back. Could Tyler save this ball?
All the way out. What in the world? That could have been interesting, but we hit the 2-minute warning in this first half, and no goals.
But less than 2 minutes ago in the first half. It's just stationary. Probably an accident.
Let me look and see what's going on.
We're still looking for news about the news helicopter over there.
Let's see if there's an
Can't believe
accident.
Trentler is more interested in helicopters than soccer.
You know what, Dragonette? We're trying to figure this out, because if it's a little sticky situation, then we got to figure it out.
Interception. What can Bilal do? Bilal going forward. He's got a run cutting through as Ben. Big touch cleared away.
Yeah. Oh, wow. And we're getting news that a bus fire, a school bus caught on fire on the Baltimore Beltway, and
yeah, it's not good to hear. So a foul on Bilal and yet a yellow to the Spalding bench, because their coach just anytime anything happens has kind of been offering his own commentary on it.
yeah, and it's interesting that helicopter's almost, it looks like it's over the police station.
It's not here.
Yeah, it's lots of death. Yeah,
What's wrong?
it's a good ways away. Yeah,
Oh,
not the same helicopter apparently.
and a false alarm. Bus fire was in Glen Burnie.
Well, it's
not
still an alarm, just
Yeah,
not a nearby alarm.
not nearby, and not as we thought.
Here's Cody. They got a 2-on-1. Last run of the half.
And that's
Ben's
going to be
offsides.
offsides.
Not even worth going after. 40 seconds now, or thereabouts. Ref might have an extra second or two, given our rookie handling of the clock so far. Spalding just going to hold it in the corner, make Richie come after it. Smart play there for Spalding if looking to just get into the half and survive. 20 seconds. Think they might go for one last counter? No, they're going to put it down, and he might lose it. That would be a bad way to end the half, but they get away with it.
Probably
15 seconds.
Probably a good situation, or a good decision, sorry, for a center back. And
Ben letting it over. Bilal from a door. There's 6 seconds. They might still do something, but this looks to be it. Trying to fire from long range, just wide, and it wouldn't have mattered anyway, but still interesting to see him try to score from 50 out. So that's halftime, and objectively not too many exciting stats for you. 0-0. Pair of corners, or a couple of corners for Calvert Hall, but like we said, we go into the half 0-0, and we'll be back for the second half shortly if the weather holds off. So we're getting ready for a second half of a game that's been pretty evenly matched so far. Let's see what the second half brings. I'm looking forward to it.
Second half tip.
Ramsey playing that one for Richie. Richie trying to hold up. Unfortunate for Richie, though, he's lost it.
And for Calvert Hall, normal starters in right now.
It's a game you got to win now.
Yeah, no Gabe Gleekin, though, because of just some COVID issues, a little sickness. And that's been kind of floating around the team a little bit. Kerminsky dealt with it towards the beginning of last week and is now back. But still, no Michael Porter, no Gabe Gleekin. So, unfortunately, missing those guys. And a chance here for Spalding. It's going to go out wide. It's a good ball in.
There's a good ball. Will it reach DP? No. It's a good touch. Away.
Dragonette, guess what I have?
What do you have? Goal
I have a
news?
scoring update. Oh!
That's a foul.
So we do have the news of why the helicopter was flying around. There was a little bit of a police activity behind the Starbucks at Joppa Road in Loch Raven. Curly and Boys Latin are tied up 1-1 at half. Loyola is up 2-0 with about 5 minutes left, and McDonough and Gilman are tied right now 1-1 with an own goal against Gilman. So that is kind of our scoring updates around the MIAA right now. It's a nice whipped in ball there from the Spalding.
Yeah, so that's what we were talking about. McDonough have to win that game basically, or make up for 7 goals in differential, which seems less likely.
It's going to be very tough.
So I mean, both teams have teams that they can tally a lot of goals on, but that's a must-win game for McDonough. It's starting to look like. So I mean, I was thinking they'd get a goal back. I didn't think they'd go down 1-0, but yeah, always interesting to consider these scenarios. It's one of my favorite things. I think my dad likes that too. That's probably where I got it from.
Own since the 8-1 game, which is it's really impressive that Calvert Hall able to put 8 goals on a team in one game that's in conference, and it's just impressive. Oh, and here's a chance.
For DP,
David!
it over. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Richie meant to hit that with his front foot, and then he missed it, and it hit his back foot.
It popped up. That was really weird.
Yeah, because it hit his foot as it was lifting up to take a step. That's how it goes. Yeah. DP just need a little control in the header, and keeper was kind of confused, There's
Yeah,
ball
it
rolls
is.
across your goal like that. It's tricky.
It is a new goalie. I can't see number-wise who it is.
I think it's Roman White.
Okay.
It's either 98 or 99, but it's hard to tell from here.
It's going to be a foul against Calvert Hall.
For the Cavaliers.
Oh, and given away. And here's now Calvert Hall in the attack. Richie trying to find Tyler Flynn on the backside. And that ball's cleared out.
So it's actually the
Number
other
99.
98-99 makes no difference to my eyes from here. Although he's wearing an 88 jersey, so okay, I feel vindicated.
It's Cliff
Cliff
Naiman.
So yeah, he wasn't even wearing a jersey that matched his number, so I feel vindicated. We're good. Anyways, Cody over to Ramsey now. Calvert Hall looking to build up here.
Oh, and a nice
Spalding
move.
might be through now. Oh, I spoke too soon. Still a good-looking move, though, and they might have had a chance for a counter had they not lost it right after. Ramsey for Medor. Medor has Monathan behind. Medor under pressure. He's lost it. Yeah, he's rightly been called for a foul. So a solid chance It's a decent free kick spot. It's looking to might just go short.
Nah,
do.
Tyler doesn't look like he's out too far, and trying to get that, like almost like a sneaky free kick to Rocco, but unsuccessful. The helicopter, the police activity, a car ran into a building. That's why the helicopter was around. So there was a police activity. That's why we heard all those sirens. A car ran into a building on Joppa and Fairmount roads. So due to all the sirens and everything, that's what happened. Nate Jones going to come out for that one, clear that one well over the halfway mark. Oh, when
and they
Tyler's
might be
in.
off of it. Here's Flynn. Can Flynn get a shot off? He fires right at the goalie. Good save from Cliff. But, yeah. Is he lefty?
And Naaman with a very nice save. Ball was hit pretty much right to his face, but still.
Which foot's Tyler? Do you know?
Tyler is right-footed. But
yeah, that was on his left.
He ripped that with his
left.
left.
I mean, still, it was a solid ball from his left, but still, yeah.
Also, that punt went to almost the other 18.
Yeah.
Oh, and a good chance here.
Ramsey's been tossed. Yeah, that's a foul. But, yeah, I mean, that's the difference between, like, punting goal kicks and balls played to the goalie. That one had lots of pace coming on it, and Nate was able to just absolutely drill it. It was a straight shot, too. It was a one for the cameras. Can Richie keep it? He's been sandwiched by 2 Spalding players there. Hasn't won the ball. Spalding looking to build up. What do they have in store?
And the lights have turned on here at Paul Angelo Russo Stadium. So we are starting to get a little dark. We still have about 32 minutes left on the clock. And a good opportunity. Just a little mistouch there from Flynn. And we do have confirmation that Loyola has won 2-0 over Mount St. Joe. Really just kind of an expected game for them to win. MSJ completely off the table. Loyola now 10-7-3. And that will conclude their in-conference games, and now have to wait until Friday to see the results of all the other games for their placement, but have locked up their spot in the MIAA postseason.
Yeah, so I'm not going to have the standings up, but it's, they got 33 points now, but I mean they're now 2 ahead, I think, of Curly, but Curly has 2 games at hand. So yeah, they really just have to wait and see what happens. I think a lot can happen.
That would put them 2 points ahead of Curly, but Loyola now 2 games up.
Gilman could catch them. Concordia can't catch them. So I think with that win, I think they've clinched, because the worst they can finish is 6th.
Yeah.
Trying to do this in live time without a producer is difficult.
A little tough, yeah.
Yeah. Richie flicking that one on. That was cute, but no good.
Very cute.
Yeah. Sorry, just using some brother terminology there. Tim would understand that one. Anyways, so it's with Ramsey now. Nice ball. DP's cut it off. I think Richie wanted it. But
yeah,
DP
Richie
will get it right back.
One.
And here comes DP. Blazing speed. Gets by 1. Keeps it in, but that was an interesting little spin move.
David just took a little too heavy of a touch. Had his defender beat. And just a little unfortunate. Unable to keep control of that ball. And a nice showing for fans on more of the Calvert Hall side. Obviously, the Spalding side a little weak due to the fact of they are, an hour or so away with traffic, or without traffic. I mean, they're about an hour or so away.
Yeah, so I think some extra fans here for Senior Day.
Some students.
Yeah, exactly.
A little bit more students than normal.
Friends. Well, here they come on the attack. Cody to Flynn. Flynn's got to get it off.
Left, and let's go!
Well, he did get it off, didn't he? He got it off for a goal. And he was under so much pressure, I thought he would have no chance. But he found the space, got the shot through, and the keeper just had no chance.
And that's where his redemption came in with the left. He hit that one straight at Naaman. But that time he got his redemption, put it away from him, and put that one to the top corner. And that was a beautiful play there from Flynn. And now Cardinals up 1-0. And just a sense of relief that you got that one goal. Now, all you have to do is defend.
Yeah, 30 minutes is a long time to defend. They've been doing it well, I guess, for the first 50, but yeah, that definitely just get a little bit of weight off the shoulders because this game has been closer than I think they would have liked. But Spalding not done yet for sure. This is going to be interesting how this one plays out.
Spalding wants to make a name for themselves. There's going to be a foul on, I think it was Angelini. I don't really know what happened.
Yeah, a little too violent defense of the ball. That's what we'll go with. I'm sure that's what the call was. I don't know what the merits of that call. Yeah. Like I said, remember the last game we had, it was like not one to judge the merits of the refs.
Coming up for the Cavaliers.
And the ref did signal for clock to stop. Not sure why, but we do have clock running now. He put his hands up, I think maybe wanting to talk to Angelini, but never actually did.
Yeah, at first I thought it was going to be a book, but then
Yeah,
I realized it was on Cody. I thought it was going the other way. Yeah.
I mean, if he was trying to book Angelini, I really didn't know why, because I thought that was just a normal play. Maybe a little bit of a push and a tug, but nothing much.
Rocco under pressure. He's lost it. Spalding still fighting hard in this one. And really, for the game's sake, I'm hoping that they give us a good fight to the end. I mean, obviously I'm rooting for Cabral, but it would be nice to see them because they've worked hard to stay in this game.
Here's Flynn on the right side with a nice ball in from Cody. Flynn back to Cody. He had the right idea. He was trying to let that go. He had the right idea of he was trying to let that go for David, and he would have had a really good shot. He may have been offsides though.
Could Cabral get a second one here?
It's the big talk right now.
Yeah, thought they were still in the attack.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought that was ours, but nope.
Yeah,
okay,
and reverse it. Yeah. Clearly off the Spalding defender. We can see that from up here.
Yeah, I'm sure the AR probably couldn't though. Kind of sometimes has a worse angle than everyone else.
No, the AR definitely had a weird angle on it.
But here we go. Cabral just working their way up, back and forth up the wing now. I'm feeling a second one. The gate has been broken. Can they open the floodgates for good though? Here's Ben. Ben driving. He's got a chance for a shot. Can he get it off? Now he has to cut it back. I may or may not have earned a corner. Yeah, that's a goal kick. Yeah, I think it came off of him in the end.
And that's a important call for the referee.
Dribbles too much.
Yeah, and Medor did the same thing he did in the first half, where he tried to get that ball to his left foot and then try and cross it to create some more confusion for the defense. But again, unsuccessful.
Yeah, in a simulation where you can turn without having to worry about physics, that would work perfectly. You sprint by the guy, cut back in. I'm talking about FIFA, of course, or, well, it used to be FIFA. They can't call it that anymore, but, yeah, I'm talking about FIFA where physics just does not exist. He probably could have pulled that one off if he was made of pixels, but that's a tight angle to try to work from.
What do you think they're going to call it? What do you think?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. I'm thinking they'll just try to like buy UEFA or something and just call it like UEFA 21 or something. Because I mean, UEFA might sound weird as a game name, but I mean FIFA probably sounded weird at the
It'll people.
I'm thinking they'll try to call it something like UEFA or yeah.
Can we call it Super League?
Or like they might even just call the whole game Ultimate Team and have other modes. Like who knows? Or I guess they can't call it Ultimate Team, but they'll call it like I don't know, football dynasty. I don't even know.
Yeah, the FIFA. Well, I mean, I'm gonna call it FIFA, but FIFA it's really just a different game from like Madden or 2K or all these games, because you have one league, one association, and it's completely different.
Here's Ben looking for Richie. Richie to make it 2 for Tyler. Tyler with
Second goal.
rough shot. And that's funny. He's nailed it on his strong foot and flubbed it on his weak foot, or other way around. He's flubbed it on his strong foot and nailed it on his weak foot.
And a really good opportunity given up by Moneth there, and just had it. He could have taken that shot, but
Yeah, selfless, but he paid the price for it in the end, really.
most of this team is very, very selfless, and that's why they have been so successful this year. That ball's going to go over the end line for a goal kick.
You know what Pez stands for?
No.
Because I'm wondering how Pez got its name. Because that's like kind of like, that's what Pez is about to take over, I think. Once the name's gone from FIFA, that's the only thing that keeps it in popularity at times.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there have been some real complaints, and people have won lawsuits off how the game can be rigged. So anyways,
Wow.
not a big deal. I mean, it's a select few based off the randomness of at the professional level, but I don't even want to think about it. But yeah, I'm curious to see like what they go with. Anyways, here's DP.
He was.
DP, can you get a good touch? He's in. Here it is for 2. Good touch.
That's
and it's going
good.
in anyway, and you've got to.
Much, and Peters was really just able to file in behind and finish, and the goalie got a touch on it, got a little finger on it, but was not enough, and the ball just kind of trickled in over the goal line.
We talk about FIFA, our team scores goals, so should we go back? Just kidding.
I don't know, Dragnet, some superstition.
90% of baseball, or 90% of life, is half mental, you know.
Oh yeah. And we
There's
a scoring
ball.
update for
DP's
you.
on it again. DP trying to get around. He's taken down. That's looking like a foul. Which way, though?
And they're going to stop the clock, and 21 is going to get a booking, and that will be Spalding's second booking. And a scoring update. Curly now up 2-1 against Boys Latin, as that game should be about 20 minutes or so left. And Curly, really, this is a must-win game for them, because they're still, if they lose today, still in contention of, they don't have a guaranteed spot. I don't think they do.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, just because the site's not updating. But we're looking at it. Flynn with another. I think that went in. I thought that went in. They're gonna look at it, and I looked like it went crossbar and down. And yeah,
It did go in. Yep.
Flynn with another left-footed rocket.
Holy crap.
And
Card for the coach. He'll be sent off. And now all the coaches very upset on the Spalding sideline.
ref just standing there taking it. He's giving them all reds at this point, yeah.
They may not have coaching staff.
Who's driving the bus home?
I don't know.
Well. Well, you feel bad for the kids because they didn't do anything wrong, and they have to go through this. But yeah, this is not what you want. But
Oh, and the ref saying game over. And not something that you want to do on a senior night.
He has the power to do that. I'm surprised he's using it here. I don't see the need for it, really.
Oh, I can.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah, brother, I don't know if you want to say anything yet.
I can't say anything yet, but
Yeah, don't. Yeah, and the coaches from the Spalding sideline still complaining, and players now just kind of congregating, talking amongst themselves.
Yeah, what does this mean? I've never seen this before.
Yeah,
I know the ref,
this is a
the
first.
ref has the power to end the game
Yeah.
at any point for whatever reason, but to be honest, I actually looked down when he did that, so that's kind of interesting to me.
Yeah, you could definitely hear from all the way up here. He said it very loudly, blew his whistle, put his hands up saying game over, and parents on both sides not happy as they just want to see this game finish out, as this is just unnecessary.
Yeah, there's 23 minutes of seniorable play left. You know, like they were saying senior night. Like there's this game is getting to the point where
Seniors will be able to come in.
Will
Yeah.
be able to play. It's not a one-goal game, and like it was. I think they were getting ready to kind of let the seniors have their thing, and now they really just having that taken away from them.
Yeah, and the Calvert Hall bench now just kicking around soccer balls, throwing soccer balls in the air.
Yeah, I think we're going to take a break. We'll be back if there's more to this story.
Yeah, and we'll keep you all updated with everything if the game does end. If not, Spalding coaches look like they're walking off the field. So we will keep you updated. And sorry for the delay. I think we are going to get back underway with about 23 minutes left. Just had a little bit of a disagreement between the coaches, and now one coach from the Spalding side has been kicked out. And we are back underway here with about 23 minutes left to go. Today's game, Calvert Hall up 3-0. Tyler Flynn with 2 goals. Oh, and a chance here for Spalding as Will Andrews gets that cleared out, and it'll be a throw-in.
Yeah, I don't want to linger too much on the fact, but Echo came over when he heard, probably had a word with him and said, like, really doing this to the boys. And I didn't think the game needed to be canceled. But it's still, it's the tempo is kind of gone, as Brother Len was saying.
Yeah, Baba.
The mood of the game has definitely changed. I'm thinking it's just going to be an uneventful second half. We'll see. It's kind of hard to keep playing.
Yeah, and at this point, most other MIA games wrapping up. Curley has won 3-1 against Boys Latin. And I think McDonough and Gilman, I think they've tied, because I have not gotten any other updates on that game.
Yeah, it was only half last update we got, but might be close to over, if not over by now. Yeah. Still a tie, though, is a big deal for us. Because that puts us basically down to a goal differential tiebreak, I think. I'm assuming the second tiebreak is goal differential, not goal differential within head-to-head, but I think that would be something weird like that. I'm assuming it's head-to-head, which we split, and then, yeah, I do not have all that information readily available, unfortunately. Here's Rocco driving, looking for another one. Here's Flynn looking for the hat trick. Is he going to get it? Tight angle, it's blocked to the corner.
Calvert Hall will be taking a corner.
Yeah, and Loyola, their season over, as we said in the beginning of the broadcast, so they're done. And so if Gilman did tie, they will be sitting at 25 points now. And they still have 2 more games left to go. And I do believe that they're against not as good teams. So if they win out, then there is a pretty good chance that they will make it into the playoffs.
A bit of a discrepancy there. We're initially going one way and now we're going the other.
It's happened a good bit today.
Yeah, I don't know. Definitely taking the excitement out of this game a little bit, but things happen. We just got to go with it. See if Calvert Hall do with from here. Probably looking to just solidify the lead. Maybe toss some seniors in, let them play.
Yep. Yeah, and I think Calvert Hall will. And there was a push on the play. If Calvert Hall shut out Curley, then they would win in goals against, goals forth, and goal differential. So winning in every other category. I don't think there is another category other than that.
Now, of course, you're talking about shutting out the great Archbishop Curley, so we'll see how well that works. But yeah, definitely in the driver's seat with a tie, with a Gilman tie or Gilman win even, but that doesn't seem likely.
And obviously, as of now, have not gotten any updates. So I'm assuming that the game has been over, because the last update I got was 40 minutes ago, and more sirens now.
Great last line of defense there. Would have been a 4-on-1, or really 4-on-0 if he'd gotten beat.
Nate Jones trotting to put that ball down and get game restarted.
Nice touch by Richie. Interesting piece of athleticism. Oh, that looks like a handball. Just kidding. It had already been a foul, but still.
And that call's reversed. The AR had the call, but overrode by the overrode by the main referee.
You were overridden by the grammar police. Spalding switching the fields. Just looking to get something to cheer about, I think. Make the long drive worth it. Ball played in. That's a nice one. Ramsey clearing it, and that's a beautiful place for the ball to fall to set up this counter. Interesting move here to get it to Richie. Richie can lay it off for DP. Defender's got to cover. DP trying to cross. His own cross is blocked. Back for a weak shot to the keeper.
Yeah, and I don't think that first initial ball was a cross. I think he was trying to place that into the outside corner. Could have been wrong. And Nagy putting his hand up thinking he's offsides, but he does have Ben and Kyle right behind him, so no offsides there. But Nate able to make a nice save, pretty casual. And they're going to get quickly started here.
Richie's around, but the keeper's out and he clears it.
And that's
another step. Another step, and that's a goal. And now here's a nice bomb. See if he can keep it in. He's kept it in for better or worse. Might be on to something with the Calvert-Hall people out though.
Throw in for the Cavs. We're at about 17 minutes left in this half.
There's a solid rocket. Nagy knocking it down. Now Cody's got to figure out something to do. Cody dribbling through one or two. Now a chance to turn and play on the counter, what they've been doing for the last few minutes. Tyler's got lots of options. Are any of them on side? Oh, Richie's in. Look at that blaze of speed. Nice little tap in.
Gives it up.
Oh, but the keeper's pushed it out. Tyler Flynn's taking it from the keeper. Should be a simple
Tyler's
play.
got
There
it.
It is. It's the hat trick. There it is. First two a little more difficult than there it is. There's the hat trick, and what an unconventional way to score.
And that was just a crazy turn of events. Richie on goal, 1v1. He decides to lay that off. And as we've talked about, just unselfishness all year long for this squad. And that's why they've been so successful. And I think the coaching squad would have wanted him to put that away. But he was trying to find his teammate, Ben Medor. And then somehow ended up with Tyler taking it from the goalie. Goalie couldn't get there quick enough. And now we are 4-0 Cardinals. Tyler Flynn with the hat trick. And David Peters with one.
Yeah, two rockets and I don't know, what's the opposite of a rocket? A feather?
It wasn't, it's not really it wasn't a tap in or anything, but because he really did have to place it.
Yeah, it's true. It's not a necessarily easy shot. I just meant, compared to the first two, we had to, create all this space. And, yeah, it was more just unconventional, I guess, than a freebie. But, yeah, still just interesting, play. As a tap in, the goalie pushes out, then almost gets to his own tap out, and then, yeah, Flynn just taking it from him. Spalding don't seem to have, really neither team has any interest in furthering the cause in this game.
I think both sides just want this game to kind of be over with. A really rough game for Spalding as all three coaches are in the books. One coach being disqualified from the game. And now Spalding with a chance. Kafer takes that right to the chest. And he's going to get a throw in for... He's going to save that for a throw.
Yeah, speaking of Kafer, I think the seniors have been trickling back in. Organ, Piles, back out as well.
Yeah, and...
more to come, for sure.
Henneman. Oh, and a nice shot. A save from Nate Jones. And a really high punt.
really he's been a rock back there for this team. And you can see why. I mean, it's a simple save, but just the fact that you just know he's going to catch that calmly, and it's going to be a simple play. It's just amazing to watch.
What a good tackle there from Ben Ramsey.
Wish I could give him praise more often, you know.
It's really tough too. He's kind of just the unsung hero of this year, and has really, made a name for himself coming in as a freshman, made JV, had really just came in thinking that he was going to back up Jack Langford, and has made a name for himself. We do have an injured Spalding player. He's able to walk off the field by himself after the tackle with Ben Ramsey. Spalding's going to give that one away for a capital throw.
Yeah, and what you have now is 14 minutes of whatever you want to call it. There are many names, some derogatory, some not derogatory, for what this is going to be. You see everyone's clearing their benches now. It'll be interesting to see. It's kind of how the game started. I think it'll be a different style from what we've seen. Caverhall, been just winning, and if you're tired of seeing them do their thing over and over again for goal after goal, this might be the chance to see it.
And plenty of substitutions in for both teams. Spalding with 2 subs, Caverhall with 3, and 3 more about to come in after this one.
Spalding with a little bit of feistiness there, fighting hard for that throw in case.
Yeah, it looked like it went off the head of the Spalding player, but that was a tough,
probably hit Bilal
tough
on the way
to
down,
see. Yeah. And a good ball from Kraminski to Henneman.
Henneman, not a senior, I don't think, but they're still tossing him in, giving everyone some playtime. That ball, I think, was going out. That was an interesting little fiasco in the corner there, and just no comment on that one.
Yeah, and it did go out on Henneman. He's upset about it, but it did go out on him. It'll be a Spalding throw-in. So there are 3 men close to the center midfield mark. Huey able to keep control. Huey trying to find some space, does, as he's keeping possession with just under 12 minutes left. Here's Kafer, the senior, on the left side. Be a trip up.
An interesting time to go down there because he didn't need to. It was his ball, and just want the free kick. But that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, and the referee almost about to blow his whistle to say, you got to push that up a little bit more, but he elected not to. They were going to play short anyway, and there would have just been no sense. Oh, and a strike from Henneman. That's going to go over the bar and wide left. And here comes those 3 subs: Nolan Prowse, Ronan Paglitelli, and Charles Green in for Kyle Haller, Ben Ramsey, and Will Andrews. And all Caverhall 11 are non-starters coming off the bench. Bilal looked to be, they're going to call him offsides there.
Yeah. I don't know. Lots of things you could go over in the last 10 minutes. Think about we could go through. Yeah, I mean, we could look at the team for next year. We could talk about impacts of each individual senior. And I don't know if that would be more of a Trentler thing. We'll let Trentler decide. What are we doing, Trentler?
Oh, and a close.
We
Wow.
have some action to cover first before we do anything else. That one rolling right across the goal.
That was maybe 3 yards off of the net as it went by Nate Jones. He had his front post covered, and Nolan Pross going to let that fly out. A nice little touch there from Bilal.
Can they get it through? Henneman's fast. It's cleared away.
It's gonna be a
They've earned a corner, though. That's good stuff. Yeah,
Corner kick for the Cardinals.
Spalding taking the opportunity to, press on this, well, less starting back line. And tell the fans definitely want a goal. Fans are not done in this one.
And unfortunate that we have not seen Nick Siriaki out there for tonight, but just unfortunate.
Yeah, still 10 minutes to play. Still hopeful. There's a good ball.
Good shot there. Nice save there.
Nice save by the Cavaliers.
We could talk about some of the seniors. Just starting off the top of the list, Connor Piles has really done a very good job this year, coming off the bench and filled in for Rocco when he was hurt in the middle of the season, and he was just a good role player as he started on JV and played a good bit on JV and moved up last year and this year for varsity. Has really done a good job this year. David Peters on the outside, just a phenomenal player. One of the two senior starters, and he's played a huge impact on this Calvert Hall team, scoring. How many goals do you think? At least 5?
DP?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably about 5.
DP's chipped in, and not all about the goal count. Chipped in with a couple of those, always nice.
Plenty of assists.
And then lots of chance creation. And also, he's had what I've started to call the Antonio Brown effect, where they just cover him up, they're so afraid, and just him being there opens up tons of options for everyone else.
And by the way, a little bit of context, Dragonette is a Steelers fan, so obviously going to throw a Steelers reference in. It's okay. Riley Oregon has, kind of like Connor Piles, has been a big presence off the bench. It's kind of tough, though, with having 2 sophomores kind of in the same position, like Ryan Bilal and Ryan Henneman. So it's been tough for him to see the field too much. And a chance here for Calvert Hall. Henneman, that's going to go off the crossbar. And Piles is going to put it in.
Happy senior day to Piles there. We're just talking about him. He's a solid 6, filling that roles that he's needed to. He's just been a supplement to the midfield at times.
And I don't think Dragonette.
Yeah, there's a goal to credit to him.
Dragonette, I don't think you were looking at the scoreboard, but Piles did a little shimmy dance in the corner. I don't know if Ethan zoomed into that or anything.
Yeah,
he's nodding to my head.
Yeah, I saw that.
But that was awesome. I mean, it was just really cool. I'm glad he was able to put one and get himself into the books in a good way this afternoon. And that was just a great way to end his, end his senior night and end all the other senior nights with a senior goal. Jack Langford, huge presence as he's when Nate Jones was hurt for one of those games, and obviously starting tonight for his senior night, played a huge presence as he was coming off the bench at some points. Who else? Kraminski, kind of just like Piles. He's been one of the bench center mids, and he's come in from time to time when there's a substitution or whatever. He's in. He's stepping in to that situation and really filling those shoes well. Bryce Huey, another key bench player. Most of the seniors, we have 8 starting juniors. So it's a little tough as most of the seniors are coming and playing a huge presence on that bench, coming in and really sustaining the lead and requiring a lot of depth.
Yeah. I grimace every time Trendler says bench because it's not like disrespecting them. You use more than 11 guys. These guys have fought hard to stay on this to be on this team, and everyone has their role, and I think starters when with the liberal substitution, starter doesn't necessarily mean as much because players come and go, so these guys have all had important roles. I grimace when Trendler says bench because really,
it's
really
tough to find
players.
it's tough to find a good reference for it. So when I'm saying bench, I'm meaning they're coming off. They're coming onto the field when the starters are tired, they're hurt, or they're up by a lot. Most of these seniors are kids that are coming on in replacement for those starters.
Yeah, but more than that, that's what I'm saying is that it's not just in injury or in times of necessity. They're also bringing pretty much each guy they keep on this team has something special about them, and that's why they kept them. It's they've brought their unique talents kind of in different ways. So that's been nice to see.
And Bryce Huey, another key player off of the bench, as he's made his impact and obviously sustaining tonight's lead and every other lead that these starters have gotten. And Kyle Haller has been he's had so much experience this year at the center back, as Gabe Gleekin was hurt. So at times he was playing center back, at times he was playing outside back, and really just made his kind of mark at both positions when either any of the defensive players are out or injured. And Will Andrews, the second and final starter of the seniors, has just been outstanding this year, as he's made just a huge mark on the outside position, on the outside back. He's been making runs all year, and one of the best conditioned players, because he's a midfield but also has to play center back.
Up into the stands and into the yard.
That's an interesting little bounce into the chairs there.
Yeah, and it went into the under everything. Sorry, Dragonette, I cut you off.
Nah, that's good. I was just gonna say something dumb like that too. What was I gonna say? So for the future's sake, you got 8 juniors, so you're gonna have a lot of people back next year. But the recruitment office is gonna be busy the year after that, because going to have a lot of spots to fill next year, which is good and bad. We're gonna have a good team next year. Hopefully they can bring up some of the younger guys before they leave. But you know what? It's a cycle. Like high school, you get 4 years. You go in and out pretty quickly, whereas in the pros, you have the academy. You spend a decade growing. It's a cycle.
It'll be interesting to see. Obviously, Drew Kafer being behind Nate Jones is it's a difficult task to do. So hopefully, he's obviously will most definitely make the varsity squad next year. No doubt about that. But whether he gets too much time, he's been, kind of sharing time this year with Jack Langford. But I think they've wanted Jack to get a little bit more time because this is the last year. And, Drew will get his moments to shine. And we'll still be getting those reps and practices. And when he goes to club for his games and practices. So the goalkeeper situation, I think, will be set for next year. Defensively, 3 out of the 4 defensive players are juniors. One, Gabe Gleekin, is healthy, but when Gabe Gleekin is not healthy, then 2 out of the 4. And Roman Paglitelli and Nolan Prowse will be able to fill the shoes of Kyle Haller. And a good opportunity there as we're nearing the end of today's game with under a minute. In terms of the midfield, we're set for that as well. Next year, most of our midfield will be seniors, except for obviously Rocco Pastorian. A good move there from Henneman, and is Huey there? Oh, he lets it go behind him. That'll be a goal kick. But really, the only shoes that need to be filled are David Peters, and we have the players that can do that.
So I guess it'll be up for grabs, especially at right back. I'm thinking of right back right now. Nolan fill in. Yeah, I guess you said Paglitelli. So it'll be some patchwork for next year.
And you also have Isaac.
You have lots of guys that don't play much behind these greats. But enough of that for now. We'll be back on Wednesday with more senior debate, probably. It's the last game of the regular season for Curly. For now, though, that's the end of today. Calvert Hall with scoring 5 on Spalding in the second half here to finish it out 5-0. So Calvert Hall grabbing their 3 more points. If Gilman is indeed tied at McDonough, then the teams are tied in points going into the last day. So
I think we're going to I don't think we are going to stick around, but we will be broadcasting the senior, everything going on with the seniors. So stay tuned. And oh wow, I don't know if that's right, but an update from the McDonough game. McDonough won 5-2 over Gilman. I don't know how that happened, as they were tied up 1-1.
Yeah, I told you it was.
But that's crazy.
Yeah, because we got an update at half. So
that's crazy.
That's interesting. Yeah, so McDonough now have pretty much a firm grip on first. They just need to win again.
Yeah, they need to win out.
Yeah. They have 1 game, so they just need to win it, or we need to not, if we drop any points in our last game, but enough scenarios.
Wait, I think that was their, so that was their last game. I'm pulling it up. So, let's see.
Have I actually been doing my math wrong?
Hold on. They won 6-2. It's already updated.
Yeah, so
6-2.
So they have
one more game against St. Paul's. Yeah. St. Paul's is one of the bottom 4 teams, so that should be a win for them.
Yeah, so we're still down 2 points. Well,
yes.
All that means that we're still down 2 points. Yeah. Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah, and I think that
our game might even be in too.
There's no way. Wow.
Yeah,
our game's already in.
Interesting. Yeah, that's speed right there. We like that.
That's
as fast as Google right there.
Trust me.
That's insane.
That's Google speed right there. Yeah. So
McDonough beat Gilman 5-2 as it was 6-2 as it was 1-1 at halftime. That is very, very impressive on the McDonough squad, as there had to be something that went wrong there. So yeah, I think McDonough, if they beat St. Paul's, they're good for the season. They've got first place locked up. And Curly won their game 3-1. So their game has not been put in. So they would be 11-7-1. John Carroll, Curly in 3rd place. Curly in 4th place. John Carroll in 3rd place. Did not have a game today. Has a game on Wednesday against Gilman away at 4:15. So it'll be good to see on Wednesday how everything kind of goes down. So I think we may stick around for the senior night. So, but I think that'll be all for us.
Yeah. Enough chat about hypotheticals. We'll give you more of that on Wednesday, but no, it's good to look at it. But I think it's time to. I think the seniors deserve some attention. So we will turn it over to the cameraman, I guess.
Yeah, and Brother Lem we will have a open mic, so you guys will be able to hear everything. If you'd like to stick around and hear everything going on with the seniors, then that is okay. But signing off for now, I'm Brandon Troutner alongside Luke Dragonette. Have a good night, everyone.
The athletic department and for your assistants. Foundation for providing special personalized gifts to each senior. And again, we really want to thank all of you for here who have supported our young men throughout their years at Calvert Hall. This truly is a special night for these young men, their families, and for the Calvert Hall community.
Because Andrew had practice, and my mom, she wants to go to school. She has a at 1:40, 1:15 so yeah, I get out. I have two free
So we'd like to begin tonight. First, with our senior captain, Will Andrus, his parents Bob and Lynn, and Will has a 4.75 average. His respective colleges, Hopkins, Princeton, William & Mary, Loyola, Maryland, Gettysburg, and Furman. Favorite CHC soccer memory was sophomore year when CHC won the Rife Cup at Curly and brought it back to CHC. And Will and Riley have been on the varsity all 4 years. Number 22, Kyle Haller. Kyle's got a 4.0 GPA. Prospective colleges for our University of Maryland, University at South Carolina, East Carolina University, Tennessee, and Salisbury. Scoring against Delaney is his favorite soccer memory. Number 26, Bryce Huey. His parents, Rodney and Nefertari Huey, 3.0 GPA. Prospective colleges, Howard University of Maryland, and the prestigious University of Video Games, as he likes to say. Also, favorite soccer memory during freshman year on the JV and going to the championship game against Loyola. The game went OT, and my mom stormed the field. And needless to say, we won, and pure pandemonium erupted on the field. Number 8, Ryan Kafer. Sean and Ann Kafer. Ryan's got a 4.0 GPA. Prospective colleges, Virginia Tech, Maryland, NC State, and Delaware. Favorite soccer memory, leading the team as captain to win the JV championship sophomore year. Damian Kresminski, number 19. Damian and Laurie, his parents. Damian's GPA, 3.7. He's currently undecided which college he wants to attend, and his favorite memory here is just meeting lifelong friends as a member of the soccer team. Jack Langford. Parents are Sean and Debbie Langford. GPA, 3.5. While his colleges are a work in progress for himself, But favorite soccer memory, leading to the team to victory at the Reef Cup sophomore year in double overtime. Reef Cup. And Riley Organ, Kurt and Denise. He's got a 3.5 GPA. Prospective colleges are Clemson, the Catholic University, and Villanova. Playing a part in bringing up the Reef Cup back to home sophomore year is his favorite soccer memory. David D.P. Peters. Parents are Kelly Peters, Marvin Holman, and Stuart Peters. 3.2 GPA. Prospective colleges, UMBC, Catholic University, Salisbury, and Delaware. Favorite soccer memory, scoring his first varsity goal against Curly in his first game. Connor Piles, number 14. Parents Joe and Allison. 3.8 GPA. Prospective colleges, Salisbury, JMU, University of Delaware. Favorite CHC memory, scoring in the JV championship game. The manager, Nick Saraki. Parents, Charles and Nicole. 3.1 GPA. Prospective colleges, Frostburg, Towson, Kentucky, and Connecticut. Favorite soccer memory, CHC, is winning the Reef Cup. Again, thank you for being here. Thank you for these seniors, all they did for Calvert Hall. We thank you for your gift to us and wish you greatest success the rest of the season. Congratulations. And a big thank you to our coaches and managers for all the hard work that they put in this year. And good luck on Wednesday.
And thank you all for staying around for our senior night presentation. We will see you all Wednesday afternoon at 4 o'clock against our last regular season game against Archbishop Curly Friars. We will see you at 4 o'clock on Wednesday.